Hello, strangelings. Welcome back to the parlor. Of course, this week we just finished with Thanksgiving, and a thought kind of occurred to me while sitting there watching TV. They have a tendency, by they, I of course mean society, to say things like, you are what you eat. You are what you read. You are what you hear. You are what you so-and-so, such and such, blah, 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 right? And I thought, it's so interesting because it is all kind of true. Yes, of course. But it's true for a much, much, much larger reason. And of course, my brain started cooking up with theory and all that. And the first thing it came to is you are what you believe. But that's not quite fully either. So, the interesting thought that came to me was, we in fact are what we retain from our environment, whether we choose to retain it or not. And in fact, that in lies the crux. Because we don't always choose to retain things. However, over time, we can choose to kind of push out the things we don't choose to retain. So in fact, we are what we choose to retain from our environment. We just have to remember to edit the things that we choose to believe over time. And of course, I know this by practice. The best way to choose to edit certain things out or certain things to be more true or in is to make sure that you get facts from all sides. The whole way they always used to say, there are two sides to every story, even though there are actually three. Side A, side B, and the absolute truth of the whole situation. The third party witness, if you will. I believe one of my favorite artists, Todrick Hall, he put it best when he said, there's three sides to every story. Your side, my side, and the fucking receipts. I love that way the best. But when using that method, then it becomes you are what you choose to retain from your environment. Now, of course, guys, I know that there's going to be plenty of people who tell me I'm wrong. I know there's going to be plenty of people who tell me trauma causes you to retain things forever that you don't want to retain. But then I would tell you that there are very, very few people in the world who actually have the level of trauma or trauma beginning in their life that I have. 2 weeks old when my trauma started, and I've spent most of my life in one abusive situation or another. And now in this scenario, I am talking about workplace abuse. I am talking about strangers literally accosting me on the street. I am talking about the kid who groped me in second grade on the playground. Things like that. I have had so much trauma in my life from almost every person I have chosen to allow to stay in my life. Almost. That, of course, is turning around recently. But I come from a place of being someone who has had a lot of nasty things in life thrown at me. And I'm still telling you. You are what you choose to retain from your environment. You can actively find ways to spit that toxin out. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes effort. And yes, you will feel like you're failing multiple times in the effort. But trust me, please, please trust me. It is more than worth it. And I know, because I've had to take that journey more than once. And guys, you know what? If you need help, if you need support, if you just need somebody to listen to you, guys, hit up my Discord. It's in the description. I am always there to listen, to help. If you want advice, I am not a professional in any way, other than the fact that I've lived trauma most of my life. So I've had to learn how to not only survive, but live in it and negotiate my way through it and get to a point where I can actually finally build away from trauma and heal. And it's taken a long time. And I've learned quite a few things along the way. So if you want to come talk to me or anybody, come over to my Discord. We're trying to build a group of people, a tribe, if you will, of people who we can all help each other. We can all find a way to heal. Even if we're doing it separately, but, you know, getting advice and a little bit of, you got this when you need it. Anyway, guys, I really didn't mean a sales pitch there, I promise. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get some more stuff done in my day. As you can hear, Kitty really wants my attention, so I might give her a little bit of attention so she'll be okay. So all I will ask for you guys right now is not to forget that it doesn't matter who you are, I love you. Take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next video.